Okay, meeting is now streaming live on custom live streaming service. So there is this little bit of delay between. I know it goes live before I come back on screen, but and everyone can see me fiddling and farting about. But it is what it is. So my name's Graham Hooper. I'm from Tri Coaching Partnership. This is one of our trainers, Lee Jowett, and Lee. Let's crack on with this interview. Tell me about yourself.
So yeah, I'm Lee Jowett, driving instructor trainer from Manchester. Been a driving instructor for nearly 12 years. Been a tri coaching trainer for about 7 years.
Okay.
Other than that, family, married, 2 children. Just like everyone else in lockdown at the minute.
Hang on, now I've got pause there. Sorry. Married, 2 children, and a
a dog.
And a dog. Yeah. I mean, Lee, how could you? That dog's not going to forgive you. How could you forget the dog?
I purposely left him out. Is the bane of my life at the minute.
He might make an appearance, say.
He may make an appearance, yeah.
Yes,
he may join us.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about. Have you got any outside interests outside of work?
Outside of work, family, kids. Outside of that, football really.
Football?
Yeah, big Manchester United fan. Unfortunately, for my sins, I'm playing football. Always enjoyed playing football growing up as a kid and up until recently, 5-a-side. So, yeah.
Okay. I think I might take up walking football.
Yeah.
So, where do you see yourself? You're currently a tri coaching trainer. You're delivering the BTEC level 4 for us, amongst other things. You work on driver metrics with myself. Where would you like your career to be in 5 years from now?
That's a good question. I'm in the process using Ticket, which is Tri Coaching Instructor Training, of developing PDIs into ADIs. So the long-term goal of that is to develop and grow my own driving school with instructors that I've trained, so that they're teaching really the way that I understand and appreciate. So maybe 7 or 8 instructors. But what interests me most is instructor training. So training PDIs, but also instructor training, standards check training, train the trainer training, that sort of thing. Yeah.
I noticed behind you, use the word I, and I can see the I. What's that all about? I can. So tell us a bit about I Can, Lee, because I think you just touched on it a little bit. But
so yeah, I Can Driving Solutions is my driving school that I'm aiming to grow. I've also got a partner organisation, I Can Instructor Solutions. So that's for instructor training and PDI training. The I Can came around when I was setting up my business initially, and it's just around about the way I see driver education, the I being the pupil and they're driving the process. So that's where the name really derived from. It's probably got links to NLP or something like that, but that's certainly my thought process.
So what attracted you to Tri Coaching Partnership?
when I became an instructor initially, what drew me to become a driving instructor was a desire to teach, but I didn't have the desire when I was 16, 17. It was more when I was 24, 25 and I was already working. But I stumbled across, well, not stumbled across, but I had an epiphany that I love driving and I wanted to teach people to drive. When I'd completed my training, it just never seemed like that was really teaching. Telling somebody what to do and getting them to do it just didn't seem, or it didn't seem like learning.
Okay, yeah, makes sense to me.
Didn't resonate with me. So I looked then, once became a full-time instructor, at who I could go to that would help me to develop. The first person that I found was Claire Wilmot.
Okay, yeah, know Claire really well.
Yeah. And I worked for their driving school for a number of years. And that's where I came across coaching for the first time. I did a couple of shorter CPD courses in coaching and was using that. And then I was looking for something more substantial. And as part of my searches, I just came across Try Coaching and the BTEC 4. And I just thought, this is what I've got to do. I must do this course. A little bit of a struggle at the time, sort of financially. And at the time, the idea of going to Milton Keynes 4 times, staying over, that seemed like a massive commitment, but well worth it. And I'm well used to doing that sort of thing now. And it's the best thing I've ever done. Okay,
well, that's a great testimony. And I suppose really that, you're talking there about your CPD, your continued professional development in yourself. Is there anything that you want to improve in yourself in this next year?
Things that I've wanted to improve that I am developing: motivation, focus. I've always been, or was always, as I was younger, somebody with a short attention span. The sort of person.
Can't think of anybody else like that. Yeah.
Procrastinating. I'd get everything out, and that'd be my work done because I've got it out. And so I'm starting to develop the ability now to focus for longer, to motivate myself. I'm in the process of writing an ebook, so that's been a bit of a labour of love through this lockdown period. But I'm able to focus for longer, and I think that will really help me to develop in the short term.
Okay, so would you say that writing that ebook is your immediate goal over the next year or few months or whatever?
That's over the next 2 months. That's my aim, is to get that finished and done and out there.
And what? Tell me what you're going to do about a bit more about this ebook. I know nothing about it, so tell me more about it.
It's around the standards check. It breaks down the competencies, and it also goes into client-centered learning and combines the competencies to client-centered learning and the benefits to the pupil, the benefits to road safety, and a few more other extra kind of added extras, hopefully.
Okay. Is this going to be on sale, or are you giving it away? What are you doing with it?
So the first chapter is going to be given away, and then there's the option then of the other 2 chapters that people can, if they'd like to, purchase online.
Okay, brilliant. And I know that process of writing things down is such a great learning experience. You probably learn more out of it than the person who's going to read the damn book. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. It's the process of writing things down actually clarifies them in your head, and the research that you do. The research that you do to write it doesn't write itself. So I've looked through the standards, which I kind of knew anyway, but always good to keep reading through them. Read through the Hermes project, which I really liked. and read through the merit report,
Okay.
which I thought some really interesting aspects of.
Yeah, I mean, the merit, Hermes was about, just for those who don't know, Hermes was about introducing coaching to driving instructors, and the merit report was minimum European requirements for instructor training. And I actually, for myself, I found the merit report quite an easy read. It was written in what I call English and not in psychological mumbo jumbo type language. So somebody who's a bit like, didn't go to school, didn't do great at school, could read it and go, oh yeah, this makes sense to me. I've had experiences in this field. I can link them in context. So yeah, really good.
Yeah, excellent. Really interesting.
So with that, with merit, it just made me think of this question. How would you describe your training style?
So my training style has always been around about being on an equal kind of level.
Yeah.
Even before coaching, I used to manage a warehouse for a sports and fashion retailer, but I was never the kind of manager that was to tell somebody what to do and how to do it. It was about helping them to find the solutions and giving them responsibility. And then you see people grow them when you give them responsibility. So that's always been really the way I'm kind of wired that way.
Okay.
So it suits me coaching. It just fits in with me as a person.
Excellent. So in coaching, and I know you're training driving instructors to become driving instructors, or working with CPD, continued professional development, with driving instructors. What's the best thing about training driving instructors and PDIs? What's the best thing for you?
I think the thing I like most is seeing people learn about themselves, and this is, I think, where Ticket differs from, certainly from the training that I had, which I thought was good, but I learned how to deliver topics, subjects. I didn't necessarily learn a lot about myself, but within Tickets, just seeing people learn and have them light bulb moments and relate it to themselves. I'm teaching, or I'm training a PDI at the minute, and she, although I explained the course to her and she give her the book to read through before she made a decision, she can't believe the depth of the course. You know, she keeps talking back to when she learned to drive, and you know, and what that was in comparison to the depth of the Ticket course.
Yeah, I mean, I think the fundamental thing is with Ticket, try coaching instructor training, is we're not teaching you to pass a test, we're helping you to become a driving instructor. That is the fundamental difference. And because if you become a driving instructor, the test is easier. Yeah. If you're trying to pass a test, then there's always this word test, and that puts a lot of us off. So what made you want to become a trainer?
I always wanted to go as far as I could go. I think in anything I've ever done, I've wanted to go as far as I can go with things. So, as I say, when I came into the industry, obviously you start, you know, with your basic skills, but I looked at other people at the time, the likes of Claire and Jed Wilmot, even my trainer, and looked at, you know, at the training that he provided, and I wanted to get to that level. Then I wanted to get to the next level, and then so I think it's a natural progression. I know instructors and you know, this is not a slight on anyone or anything, that have been doing the job for 20 years. I just couldn't imagine sitting in or staying in one place for that long.
Okay.
I need variety.
I can understand that. So I suppose, what inspires you?
I think that my motivations, firstly, to be the best that I can be, and probably to avoid the pain of people being better than me.
Well, I think you can always be that. Just if someone tries to be the best they can be, that's the best that they can be. So yeah, that is inspiration in itself. Tell me where your coaching journey began. You mentioned about warehouse or something earlier.
So yeah, that was where I started managing people and dealing with helping people to progress in their own career. I didn't do any work-related coaching courses. I think it's just my natural style of kind of leadership, if you call it that. My actual coaching journey began as a driving instructor. I did a one-day course to start with, and then I had a go at it. And I did that for probably about 12 months then, and didn't really know what I was doing, but I had some techniques to use. And I needed to know more. And then I did a 2-day coaching course, which I think progressed me a little bit further, read a couple of books. And then I found Try Coaching, and that was, I think, where I found the answers, really, within the BTEC 4.
Okay, just changing a little bit, and this could be work-related, this could be home-related, it doesn't matter. What are you most proud of?
Most proud of my children. I know it's probably a boring, cliched answer, but it definitely is.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I would probably answer any differently.
I'll tell you one story.
Go on then.
It's only a small, and it's not a major achievement, but it really did make me proud of my eldest daughter. I'm probably more proud of myself, if I'm honest. Probably give myself a pat on the back because of coaching, it's changed the way I think I would have brought my children up. Okay. So they're brought up to take responsibility. They've been given responsibility for making decisions. So I was driving to pick my daughter up and a friend, and when I got to the road that they were on, and I turned into a little side road so that I could pull in, it meant that my daughter and a friend had to cross the road. It's a main road, it was quite a busy road. So a friend shot straight across the road to get to the car, and my daughter ran about 50 meters down the road to a zebra crossing and crossed there. And I just thought that's my daughter, that's, you know, and the importance of the fact that she was able to make a different decision and her own decision. And I think that was a moment that I was actually really proud of.
That's a lovely story, Lee, because quite often, you know, especially, you know, children, they just follow the leader or go with the crowd. And the fact that she's demonstrated independent thinking is wonderful. And yes, I would be proud of that as a dad. So there's a testimony to you. Right, be careful how you answer this. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you like to do?
Play football, watch football, watch TV, films, see family, friends. Okay, nice one. Do you have a personal mission statement? It doesn't matter whether you do or whether you don't, but do you have one? I don't. If I did, it'd just be to do the best. I'll be the best that I can be. If I get to the end, when you get to the end and look back and think, well, I did everything I could, then I've done everything I can do.
Fantastic. Fair enough. Your friends, what 3 character traits would your friends use to describe you? Three. Loyal,
supportive, and sarcastic.
We'll call that a sense of humour then.
Yeah, they wouldn't. I do.
Yeah. Was it sarcasm is the lowest form of wit? Yeah.
Yeah, but the highest form of what's the word?
Someone will come on. Yeah, someone will come on and tell us at some time. Yeah, brilliant. So I think you've already sort of answered this, but I'm going to ask this again. What has impacted you most in your career, and how has it impacted you?
The biggest impact, undoubtedly, the BTEC 4. Without that, I would definitely have ensured that I was progressing. There's no doubt about that. I'd have done that myself.
Yeah.
But the BTEC 4 and tri-coaching has opened the doors that I would have wanted to have opened, and it's also given me the opportunity to deliver the BTEC 4, which that, given that I always wanted to teach, it's kind of fulfilled a lifetime ambition, classroom teaching, you know, on a mass kind of scale. Yeah, just that definitely fulfilled an ambition.
Brilliant.
So,
okay, right. The crack question now. Yeah. How do you think I rate as an interviewer?
How do you want this delivery?
I'll just ask it. It's one of them ones I just throw in there. It makes. I don't really care what the answer is, to be honest. But yeah. I've been Michael Aspel. I think Michael Parkinson, James Corden. So
yeah,
I'm not sure.
Right.
Not sure.
So I've got to beat that.
Yeah.
So so you are relaxed, and you add humour. So that would make you a modern day Des O'Connor.
Des O'Connor. God, I know a driving instructor who used to be called Des O'Connor. Yeah. Des O'Connor.
Modern day one.
Okay. Yeah, I went to see him live once.
Really?
In Hendon. Yeah. He was actually really, really, really good.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Right. What kind of car do you drive?
I've got an Audi A1.
Okay.
So yeah, I've had that. Well, I started with an Audi A1, a white one. I've got a yellow one now. Good car.
What's the better one, the white one or the yellow one? What's the better car?
The yellow one. The same car supposedly in terms of specification, but no, the yellow one is light years. It's just so smooth.
Yeah, I wouldn't buy a white car living where you live. When you go up over them over them hills, disappear into the fog and the mist, and they'd never see you.
No, come out as a gorilla.
Yeah. Right, there's no right or wrong answer to this one, but if you could be anywhere in the world right now, where would you choose to be?
As we are, current situation, I would think I've got in my head a picture of kind of a big farmhouse, acres of land, self-sufficient. In the current climate, that would do me, just to sit and look at nothing.
Okay. Very, very nice. I don't think I can bring that up as a virtual background. I haven't put that many virtual backgrounds on. Oh no, here we go. Oh, we're yeah. Okay, so that's the grass and that behind the farmland.
It's the vibe. It's the vibe I'm after, yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. I'm on the farm with you now. Okay. What's the last book you read?
I don't read a lot of books because I get halfway through a page and I struggle to retain
I'll fall asleep.
Yeah. I mean, I've read research recently. Probably the last book I read. I like crime psychology.
Okay, cool.
So I've read a few books about serial killers.
Nice.
Yeah, and the psychology behind them. Just because that interests me, but largely speaking, reading books is difficult. Just because I don't retain information really well. I'd be better with an audio book or.
So, what was the last audio book? Have you got one of them in your head?
Nope.
No. Okay. Moving on. What's the best movie you've seen in the last year or / box set?
So, I recently rewatched, because I've watched it that many times, but it's my favourite film, The Godfather Part 2.
Okay. So why the Part 2? What's special about Part 2?
It's the story behind it. It's the background of Don Corleone.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the switching between the background to the present. I just thought the way it works was superb, and then the ending. Right,
I might have to watch it again then. The Godfather Part 2. That's another one I'm going to put on my list. Okay. What would you do if you won the lottery?
Spend some money.
Good idea.
Yeah. I think again, probably pretty cliche, but I'd pay some bills for family members. We'll give a little bit away to charity, and then just make sure that my future and my family's future was secure, and have some fun. Definitely would have some fun.
Life should be fun. It's tough, isn't it, sometimes to have fun, but it should be fun. So with that fun thing, what is your favourite memory?
Leaving the kids out of it, because they're different. That's not fun. Probably the best. I mean, it's a 2-day really, but it goes over a week. 1999, United won the treble. In the space of 10 days, they won, and I was there for the final league game against Tottenham, the FA Cup final a week later. I didn't manage to get to Barcelona, but we did. I mean, that as a moment in time, being 1-0 down in the 89th minute to winning it 3 minutes later.
Was that the Sheringham Solskjaer? Was that the goal?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Sheringham and the Solskjaer. Yeah. So I've not come across a feeling yet that's better that and the couple of days after it, when they came back with the trophy and going through Manchester, and that was them 2 days were something else.
Okay, all right. So nearly finished. 2 more questions. The next question: if you were an animal, which one would you want to be?
Golden eagle.
Golden eagle. Any particular reason?
Just the ability to soar, and I'm envisaging flying over North America. So yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, I think that would be a great animal to be. Absolutely. So last one. If you could choose one superhero power, what would it be and why?
Oh, already said flying. Different one than flying. How about an ability to either shrink or grow into any size that?
Okay. And what would you do with the ability?
I don't know. I don't know. Get in and out of places that I shouldn't be, probably. Get into trouble.
Sounds good enough for me, Lee. Sounds good enough for me. Okay, thank you. Anything you want to add before we close down?
No, that's I'm good. I'm good with that. Hope it's been all right. And
okay, it's been absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much, Lee. And I look forward to seeing you sometime in the future.
Yeah, you too. You too. You stick to your boxing. Been good to watch you.
Oh yeah, because I've been beating up a punch bag.
Yeah, okay. I've seen you.
So we'll say goodbye, everyone. I'll say goodbye to my farm in the country, and I will catch you all soon.
Yeah,
Cheers.
see you soon, Graham.
Cheers,
Bye.
bye.